By choosing to work with a mortgage broker, you can benefit from the expertise and experience in the market, which can help you find the best mortgage deal available to suit your specific circumstances. In this video, I'll talk about how much does a mortgage broker cost. Hi, if we haven't met before, my name's Dan and I'm a CeMAP qualified mortgage and protection advisor. This video is purely for educational purposes and should not be seen as advice or a recommendation to act. And I must stress, as a mortgage is secured against your home, it could be repossessed if you do not keep up with the mortgage repayments. So let's jump right in. Whether you need to use a mortgage broker due to having adverse credit or you just want to find the best possible mortgage deal, a broker will help you with this. There are many different brokers available to choose from, but they do not all offer the same level of service and their costs can vary. After watching this video, you should be able to decide which type of mortgage broker is more suitable for your budget and to match you with your right deal for your requirements. What fees do mortgage brokers charge? The costs from one broker to the next can be very different, so you should ask about or research the costs before you agree to use your mortgage broker and should ask for their prices in writing. In fact, they should provide you with a menu of their charges by way of a client agreement. The different types of brokers you get are fee-free. Some mortgage brokers do not charge any fees at all to the mortgage applicant. This means that you will get their service without any cost to yourself, which will be music to your ears when you're paying for fees for solicitors and other costs associated with buying a property or moving house. Please note that although they don't charge a fee themselves, they will receive commission from the mortgage lender. You also get hourly rate. There are also some brokers that will charge by the hour, where costs can quickly escalate if there are any complications that they need to spend more time on. You should try to get an estimate of how many hours they're going to charge you for, as they'll have a rough idea from experience. Again, their client agreement that they should provide should set out the indication of the costs and their typical fee. You also get fixed fee. So brokers with a fixed fee provide a more transparent approach to their fees, but you'll still need to make sure that they're not going to be any further costs that are not going to be included in the initial quote. Typically, a fixed fee mortgage broker cost will range between £250 to £999, but can be more depending on the type of work. This fee may be charged up front or on completion of the mortgage transaction. You may find that if it's towards the lower end of the scale, this will be up front and potentially non-refundable, whereas the higher fees will be paid only upon completion of a successful mortgage application. So the mortgage broker will only be paid for all of the work they've done once the job is done. And you also have percentage. Some mortgage brokers charge a percentage of the mortgage that the applicant is taking out. Therefore, with higher value properties, you could end up paying a lot more than the average mortgage broker fee. For example, if you're taking out a mortgage for £250,000 and they are charging you 1%, you will be paying £2,500, which is significantly higher than the average mortgage broker cost. One thing I'd like to add to all of these is our regulator states that the fees must be fair and reasonable, so there will often be a cap on the prices. So how much do mortgage brokers charge in fees? All mortgage lenders pay a mortgage broker commission, also known as a procuration fee. This can vary depending on the loan size. If you're applying for a small mortgage, sometimes the commission won't be enough for a mortgage broker to cover their costs, which is why they may charge a fee. This can also apply to more complicated mortgages, which will take more time. So which is better, a mortgage broker who charges you or one who won't? There is not a simple answer to this question, I'm afraid, as it will all depend on the quality of the mortgage broker. My personal view is you get what you pay for. But to be fair, there's some very good mortgage brokers out there that will not charge you. In my experience of talking to a lot of mortgage brokers throughout the years of being in this industry, I'd have to say it appears that the majority of brokers will charge a fee due to more and more work being involved as the industry evolves. However, the price that each mortgage broker charges does not always match the level of service that you will receive. A good way of finding out whether your mortgage broker is of a high quality is to research any feedback and reviews provided by previous clients. If you'd like to see mine, search CSC Financial Limited on Google Reviews. There are also some on our Facebook page. Sometimes the best approach to deciding on your mortgage broker is to talk to an advisor that you'll be working with to see whether or not you get on with them and trust them to provide you with the best advice. You don't want to appoint someone and then feel they're difficult to work with or they're not putting your best interests first. You should also make sure that any broker that you've selected is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, also known as the FCA. I'll put a link in the description below to the FCA register where you can put in the company's FCA number and it will tell you more information about that company. So is fee-free mortgage advice too good to be true? When you're provided with something for free, the natural instinct is to wonder whether or not it's too good to be true. Of course, you would prefer to pay no costs, but if you're using a poor mortgage broker, you could end up worse off financially than if you paid a fee and used a better broker. Mortgage commission is a topic that has been heavily scrutinised in the past by regulators, with concerns that high commission fees can lead to brokers recommending specific products that might not offer the best deal to their clients if they're trying to cover their costs. However, if the commission was completely removed, then it could lead to brokers charging higher fees for their services. So this is another reason to make sure your broker you choose is regulated by the FCA. So what else is there to look out for? When you're looking at different mortgage broker options available to you, you should be looking at brokers that offer whole of market access. This means they have access to the majority of the mortgage market, so they can find the best possible deal available to suit your needs. Something you should be aware of is the financial implication of obtaining the most suitable mortgage deal can be very significant. Over a 25 or 30-year term, even a small percentage difference could end up costing you thousands of pounds more or even less over the full term. However, you can move to a new mortgage deal once your rate ends. So this is another factor to consider when you're thinking about whether to go fee-free or with a broker that charges. If you're paying an additional £500 or more every 2 or 3 years when you switch mortgages, you're going to end up paying a huge amount in mortgage broker costs. This is why it's a good idea to try and find a high quality broker that you can trust so you can go back to each time you want to find a new mortgage deal. Is a mortgage broker fee worth the money? In many cases, using a broker will enable the mortgage applicant to get a mortgage deal that they couldn't find on the market themselves. With a lower interest rate deal, mortgage applicants can quickly recoup their mortgage broker costs. Mortgage brokers can gain access to deals that aren't available directly to a client, so financially, working with a reasonably priced broker can definitely be worth the money. However, that isn't taking into consideration that there are numerous brokers who will find you the best mortgage deals on the market, saving you a large amount of money while providing that service for free. You should also ask your broker why they apply a charge in addition to the commission, as this will also indicate whether it is worthwhile paying that fee or not. You should ask the broker what their fee covers before you agree to work with them, so you'll know what you're getting for your money. There is a lot of paperwork and other admin tasks involved when arranging a mortgage deal, which can be really time consuming. So choosing a mortgage broker that is going to do a lot of the work for you will definitely be a big advantage. A good mortgage broker will be able to identify the best mortgage deal to suit your circumstances, but they should also be able to make the process much smoother. A mortgage broker should also be able to advise the applicant on the requirements of the lender, for example, which documentation they will request. If they already know what each lender will require from you before the lender asks for it, this will significantly speed up the process. If you want the mortgage application to go through quickly so that you don't miss out on a property, then this type of insight will be very useful. What you want from your broker is a vast knowledge about the market, as well as their guidance and support to get the mortgage process as smoothly as possible. Again, taking a look at reviews of each broker you're considering using will help you get a better idea of how much work and effort your broker will provide in order to save a lot of the hard work. If a client has been unable to contact their broker when they've needed to, there is a good chance that they will mention that in their review. You should also ask your broker what their working hours are and the best way to contact them. So what do I charge? As mentioned earlier, some brokers go above and beyond, and I feel I do exactly that. My testimonials will only support this. Therefore, I charge a lifetime advice fee of £900 on completion of the mortgage and a £295 arrangement fee for each mortgage I arrange, again on completion. So I'm effectively working for free until you get what you want, so there's no risk to you. And that sounds fair, right? I've worked in this industry for over 18 years and you're paying me for my experience and expertise. But I haven't made this video to sell myself. If you like me and you trust me, then get in contact. So in short, buying a property is usually the biggest financial commitment that you will ever have. And as well as the price of the property, there are many additional costs, such as mortgage arrangement fees, solicitor fees, and valuation fees. Therefore, you should be as financially savvy as possible, and the more expertise and help you have with your mortgage application process, the better chance you'll have of getting the right mortgage for your specific requirements. If there are any factors such as poor credit history, or you're self-employed, or any other reason that makes it harder to get a standard mortgage, a broker will be the best option for finding deals for your situation. However, you should do enough research about the broker to find out whether they're going to be the best option for you. A broker that has many years of experience working in the industry will be able to save you a considerable amount of money, because they will also know exactly which deal works out to be the best financially. So you should take your time in selecting one. To find out other ways a mortgage broker can help you, check out this video. Please remember, as a mortgage is secured against your home, it could be repossessed if you do not keep up with the mortgage repayments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.